Hey there, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Gym and Wellness. Today's tip comes to you from Mary at Dani K Gym and Wellness. She wants to know if you're injured, how can you lose weight, or how can you still stay on that track of losing weight? Mainly, I guess meaning like if it's a foot you can't do, or a knee or a leg, whatever, like a lower extremity, you can't do, cardio, you can't run, you can't do the elliptical, you can't pedal the bike, whatever, you can apply pressure to that injured area. So how do you lose weight if you can't do cardio? Or, like if it's the upper body, how do you lose weight? Or how do you, you stay lifting weights when you can't, like maybe if it's your wrist, you can't grab a dumbbell or, a bar to do lat pull down or presses or stuff. So when you have an injury, no matter what it is, it's definitely a little bit more challenging to find workouts that you can do. A few years ago, I had a boxer's fracture, and I was able to do obviously all my legs, but I couldn't do my upper. I couldn't hold, dumbbells or bars or, whatever to do my back and chest and shoulders and stuff like that. So I worked at another gym, and they had like this apparatus that I was able to stick my arm. I had to bend down and stick my arms all the way up, and like these little like stirrup strap things went around. You're supposed to go around your foot so you could do your hamstrings, but I invented a way to put it around my arms so I could do, use this part of my arm from the shoulder to the elbow to do back, certain rows and shrugs and certain shoulder exercises. So I tried my best to do whatever I could, kind of making up and mimicking certain things as I went along, so that I didn't have to hold something. A few years ago, I broke my toe, so obviously I couldn't walk on the treadmill, I couldn't do the elliptical, I couldn't, and it may sound silly, but I'm telling you what, when you break a damn toe, you can't put a lot of pressure, and I'm telling you, I don't care what you say, maybe it's just because I was in my late 30s, early 40s, I don't know, I can't remember, but I guess it was my late 30s, so, you can't put a lot of pressure. You can't run if you got a broken toe. At least I couldn't, and I'm not a wuss by any means, but so I couldn't do some leg presses. I tried to do like leg extensions because that didn't involve my toe as much as I could. Maybe lightweight. I did lightweight for more reps than heavier weight because you still, if you're not you're not applying pressure to that pinky toe, you're still kind of engaging some sort of pressure and resistance. So if I didn't have a lot of weight, but I just did some extra reps to kind of burn it out, to make it feel like I was doing something. Point is, I was trying to do something to make those muscles not atrophy. I was trying to do something to make those muscles actually work. Like I said, when I broke my hand, I usually use the the leg press with the you put the plates on, the plated weights. So obviously I couldn't do that because I couldn't pick up the weights, so I used the pin plated. So there's different ways. So if you're injured and you're not sure what you can do, if you can do, talk to me, ask me, I can help you and figure out some way around certain things. I know one time when I a couple of years ago, I trained a lady who had I can't remember, she had surgery on her wrists, or she just had or she fell and broke both of her, I can't remember, but she had like braces on both of her wrists. So I used kind of that same mentality of putting some sort of apparatus around her elbow so we could do some, back exercises and shrugs and lat raises or whatever, so that we could get something going. She didn't want to stop. So, I said, hey, let's try this. Make sure you don't feel any pressure. And we worked it. So there are ways around as far as workouts to keep that going if you're injured. Obviously if it's a foot of some sort, or a knee, a leg, it's very hard to either do the bike or the elliptical, the arc trainer, the treadmill, the rower, because it's just, there's way too much pressure, and on that injured area. So at that point, nutrition is the key. So, still do your, still try and do upper body, You know, depending on what the injury is for the lower body, do some things, or, you know, maybe not anything, but just focus then on the upper body, and focus on nutrition. Did I say focus on nutrition? So if your activity has to go down because of this injury, then the calories should, you know, kind of go down a little bit, but nothing ever under 1200. So a lot of times when, especially with women, when I do meal plans with women, it's around 1350, 1400, you know, it depends on what their, you know, what their workout level is, intensity, and what their daily activities are, as to where I put them so that they can actually lose weight. But if, you know, if I had to, you know, put somebody, you know, if somebody that I was working with had an injury and I couldn't, you know, they couldn't do the cardio or whatever, like the level of intensity that they should be able to do to get that weight off, and they still want to see that, they don't want to be discouraged, you know, I'll lower the calories, but nothing less than 1200 calories, because your body needs food. It needs food. So those are some things to look for when you have an injury and you can't work out with that intensity. With the lower extremity, lower injuries, lower body injuries, that's a lot harder, because you can't do a lot of cardio with that stuff. Depending on what it is, you may not be able to run, but you might be able to walk. So if you can walk, put it on a, you know, put it on an incline. So there's all kinds of different ways. If you have any issues or questions with injuries and working out and trying to do cardio or whatever, come to me, Dani K. Gymma Wellness, DaniKGymmaWellness.com, Dani K. Gymma Wellness on Facebook. I have my Dani K app, D-A-N-I letter K. There's all different kinds of ways of contacting me. If you do have an injury and you're not sure about even nutrition, and you want to, you know, you can't do the workout intensity, but you want that meal plan, come to me. I can help you with the meal plan. You know, so at that point, it depends on your activity. If your activity level has to lessen, then your calories have to lessen. So think about that. Come talk to me. Stay in tune. Stay informed. Stay motivated. Bye.